the things which I've been looking at lately is on YouTube is something called the Cold War and the bomb. Now, I've grown up with the bomb, nuclear weapons, nuclear war and things like that. And when I was younger, it was always a something to always bear in mind. I didn't actually join CND, but I certainly had sympathies with CND. And I'm not anti-nuclear at all. Nuclear power to me is essential. It will be. It's got to be part of any sane economic solution and energy solution. I mean, renewals are one thing, but they're not as renewal as you like to think. But under the present technology, because I can't predict what's happening with future technology. But what surprises me is how I was looking at Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the devastation and what happened to the people there. What surprised me is how insensitive I've become to it. I feel nothing, whereas before I would feel absolutely horrified and things like that. And I grew up with this, the Cold War and all the high likelihood of being obliterated in nuclear holocaust and things like that. I grew up with that fear. But the present population, which is the larger part of the population, I'm getting older, I'm 73 now, so I'm not going to last much longer. They've never known this sort of horror. They've really never known okay, there's some countries which do know that, because obviously Ukraine and that, they are very familiar with the horrors of war. But by and large, the people are completely oblivious to it. And being oblivious to it, I've heard some people say, advocating nuclear war. What sort of insanity is that? No? But the thing is, if I can get insensitive to it, how insensitive are the people who are going to make the decisions? And in my opinion, the people in charge, politicians particularly, they've never known this sort of thing. It's an abstract thing to them. And they're least qualified to actually be responsible for these weapons. No? Even the military, I suspect, are not, by and large, educated enough in it. Oh, there will be some people along the way that are, but it just seems to me that most of the world is oblivious to what would happen if there was a nuclear exchange. Therein lies the danger. Once you get in that state of it, war becomes acceptable. And to be honest, any sane person, to think about it, would find war totally unacceptable. Yeah, I understand the old thought saying, if you want peace, then be prepared for war. Yeah, but you don't openly advocate it. So that's my thoughts on it. And to be honest, I'm 73. Hopefully that particularly nuclear war never happens. But at least I've lived my life. My grandchildren haven't. I'd like to live till I get some great grandchildren. That's an ambition that I don't know. But the people is, your children, your grandchildren, they're the ones that's going to, if you don't do it, if you don't face it, they're the ones that are going to face it if it happens. So let's get rid of these weapons and get some sanity into it. As I said, nuclear power should benefit mankind, not destroy it. Take care.